Phenix, Ramadan, and LJacksun. And this is video 6 of education. Okay, we can pause for a second. Baby's crying. Okay, so we're back. Okay, and hopefully we'll be done real soon because I want to complete this. Okay, so what did we say? Okay, what did we say? Yeah, we got to pick up the tab for our young. It's not fair that they have to pick it up. We got to pick it up by restructuring education to suit their needs and our own GDP. Okay, I believe that's what they call it. Anyway, so now, okay. No, on the other hand, what do we say? Where the market does not bear out its helping hand. Okay, we talked about that. The bear market helps out its helping hand also in the EBQ communities, because when it denies opportunity, it's introducing risk and harm. Okay, so the market must be evenly distributed. Okay, we're not really talking about the market. Okay, but that does relate to job opportunity as it relates to debt, as it relates to growth and development and all this kind of stuff, like family and all this kind of stuff. So, but what we're basically talking about is enslavement that is supported by the market for the sake of the market. Okay. Now we gotta restructure the way we do business. So that we won't have to enslave our young. Okay? That's like some of the bugs out there that eat their young. Enslaving the young is like eating the young. And that ain't fair. They need to be happy to have a life. Okay? So what do we say? Okay. Now, okay. What did we say? Okay. Through social engineering to access their spiritual side of nature. Okay, that's why how the market, in its opportunity, lack of opportunity, guides those who are generally spiritually inclined due to their seeing that as their means. We talked about that, of upward mobility. The challenge that they faces with the minimum wages and all that kind of compromises their devotion, okay, to their spirituality. So in that way, it's social engineering, because it challenges their spiritual nature, of course, in a more physical way, versus those who go to schools where they will be their debt will cause them, as we said, administrative enslavement. Now, so they would serve their life sentence without any compensation in America's sweat camps and prisons, the largest in all the world, in all the land. It's supposed to be the most technologically advanced society, most civil society. And this is, the kind of stuff that calls me into my nature, and that means, how in the heck are we gonna say? Is somebody gonna say we are the most technologically advanced country in the world, the most civilized country in the world? Okay, that we can call others into their ethical being, okay, and scare the tyrannical hell out of them. When we in prison, have the greatest prisons, the largest prison system in the world. How the hell are we gonna do that? Is that logical? It doesn't make sense. And then we enslave our young. Okay? We really think the world's retarded if we can think we can get away with that kind of what is that? Our PR. Okay. Anyway, no. So, okay. And they're for nonviolent crimes, as we said, which impedes on the family, and we said that especially the African American family, Okay, and all the families involved. Okay, but when we're looking at that little girl on TV and she talking about, do this and do that, and what her boyfriend, what that one boyfriend does, what she done her boyfriend, that was just downright, unacceptable. I think, for nonviolent crimes, starting with nonviolent crimes, all those, in prison around the world need to be released. That in itself would elevate the world to ascend, allow the world to ascend. Okay? So, now, so it impedes the family, we talked about that. And it really impedes the whole country. Not just the family, it impedes the whole freaking country because those vibes. What do you think those people are feeling? Those are releasing vibes when they're locked up. What do you think those people are feeling when their checks are when their income is decreased and taxed by $500 moved out of their paycheck every month to repay the student loan or the debt on not the debt but the interest on the student loan? I mean, it just don't make sense. Okay, so those are releasing negative feelings. Okay, we don't need the vibrations. We're trying to lift our vibrations. Okay, so, okay. Not only is the future of the country in debt, in jeopardy by the dollar, okay, but the future of our young are in jeopardy through enslavement. And if the future of the young and the future of the country in debt, then we might as well say there ain't no America. There ain't no world. Okay? We've got to do something. We've got to change. Okay? Okay. The way we do business. Okay? Now, okay. So what did we say? Okay. So it says, what do we say? Our lives, our grit, our integrity, our benevolent fortitude, are we who we say we are? Are we American? Okay. Are we the world, as we say? Who are we? What are we? Okay. Who is an American? And what is the good stuff you are made of? Okay, remember, you are listed by how well you treat your meekest among you, and that has always been the women and children, and of those two, the children. Okay, we've got to care for our children, and that starts from birth until at least 25, 26, they get an education. We owe them that. They don't owe us. They don't owe us. They don't owe us their lives just for being born. They're to bring us joy in our, declining, our increasing years. Okay? So they add value to our increasing years. They are our appreciation. Okay? Now, our young is our appreciation. And that is our black, our white, our Mexican, our world, our children is our
bring the car seat.
future.
Yeah. Bring the car seat.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm gentlemen, please. Thank you. Now, so our children truly are our future. Okay. Okay. And as I said, especially the children. We are okay. So, are we going to fail the first step and the first test? That's to take care of our young. We are obligated to take care of our young. Okay? Okay? Now, And the first thing is we got to take the burden off their back. Okay? Now, and continue to allow the young to be enslaved to repay the sin, the debt of the world. You know? This would be, what was that? This would be a detriment to our children. This would be detriment to life. This would be detriment to the world. Okay? The planet. Okay? And it also polarized the nation, because we got a prison population and what, educated population, potential prisoners. You know, so and the polarized society, the prisons, those administratively enslaved versus those who are physically enslaved, those polarized. Then we're getting that's going to polarize what? Social class, male and female, by gender neutral society. See what we're setting ourselves up for in the most critical time. We're setting up all these potential harms, you know, for ourselves, you know, to be challenged by, and at a time when panic is anticipated. No, that would be a very tragic thing to do, set up, okay, for ourselves, okay, by enslaving the young, okay, polarizing society rather. Okay, now, so what did we say? Okay, let me see if hopefully I'm done. Okay, so as we said, are we going to continue to pay for the crimes of the father, the sins of the father? Okay, the sins of the sins of the father? Oh yeah, are we going to pay the sins of our American founding fathers? Huh? By continuing the system of slavery? Okay. Okay, we can establish some new founding fathers, some new well, we can keep our founding fathers, but we can, you know, establish a new foundation for doing business. Okay. Okay. By investing in our young. Okay, investing in them. You know. Okay. Okay. We got to reconcile the crimes of the father. We cannot continue to enslave our young. We cannot continue to enslave our children. We cannot continue to devour our children. We cannot continue to eat our children. We cannot continue to consume the souls of our children. We cannot continue to consume the lives of our children. Okay? Our children are born to be loved. Our children are born to be, okay, taken care of. And I believe, okay, excuse me, we got a little one that's trying to get away from his nap time or his sleepy time. So we're going to end this video right here, and I will say, okay, I will say, Salaam Alaikum, Ramadan, excuse me, I'm unstressed now. The little one is hopefully going to take his nap. But anyway, so I will say Salaam Alaikum, and have a great evening and a happy full moon. Phenix, Ramadan, LJacksun. And the next video we're going to discuss will be marriage. We're going to see where that's going to go. Okay? We're going to see how we are structuring our future. Okay? Off of enslavement, broken families, debt, okay? Inflated dollars, okay? We've got to change this. It's up to us to heal the world, okay? So, as we said, the global currency reset button is is real, okay? Will make a difference in the way we live permanently, how mankind will live from this day forward, okay? Okay. For generations to come, okay? And if this is the precedent that's setting, this will be the the direction it's going. Okay, now, so you better clean your house. Let's not prey on the young. Okay, let's lift them up. Okay, okay, and under all conditions, under all circumstances, remain peaceful. Okay, remain peaceful. Peace is indicative. Peace is indicative of our success. Okay, it's indicative. If we're going to get this, come what may, we've got to stay peaceful, and we've got to stay unified, and we've got to stay together, and we've got to stay loving one another, and we've got to protect our young. We've got to love our young. We've got to end the vicious cycle of attacks on our young. Salamu alaikum. Phenix, Ramadan, LJacksun, and out of the lights of Brazeera. Salamu alaikum.